Yeah, I think George MacIntyre has a lot of just translatable skills at quarterback. I think this is a guy who, when you look at his athleticism, his ability to win from the pocket outside of structure, his natural mechanics, just overall coordination, it just bodes really well when you're projecting for the position. He's a guy who I've seen in person twice. I've been to two of his games the last 2 years. Yeah, I think he just has a lot of just playmaking ability and natural skills that we tend to like. He's over 6'5". I think for a taller quarterback, has a really tight release, accurate, can throw to all levels of the field. We all know his background as a basketball player, and I think that athleticism and just spatial awareness transfers really well to playing quarterback. And I think George had a good junior year. A lot was made about Brentwood Academy's season. They played a tough schedule. They had trouble blocking up front, but he really carried his team, and they were in tight games because of him. I think he put up pretty good raw stats, and kind of he was just dragging the team essentially. I think that experience will help him long term. Like, he had to make a lot of plays under duress, played against pressure. That's something we see from a lot of top quarterbacks, that they really are, if they're at a powerhouse program, don't see a lot of pressure. And I think he experienced that, and I think it's going to be beneficial for his development. Like a lot, like what he brings to the table. And I personally love the basketball background. That's something that we've seen kind of transfer over with these top quarterbacks. Especially you look at like a lot of these NFL quarterbacks. These are guys who were high level basketball players. You think of like a CJ Stroud, was a spot up shooter in basketball. Like in this upcoming draft, Drake May was like that. And I think George actually bears a little bit of resemblance to Drake May, a little bit kind of from scouting both of those guys. At the high school level, there's some similarities there. Now George is going to have to continue filling out, getting stronger. But man, I think when you look at what Tennessee's doing at quarterback, with Nico, Jake Merklinger, and now George MacIntyre in that class, like that's a really strong, kind of triumvirate of quarterbacks to bring into your room. And I think he's a good fit for the offense as well. So, I think if you're a Tennessee fan, you need to be ecstatic today. And this was a high profile recruiting battle. I think he was one of, if not the most hotly, sought after quarterbacks in the 25 cycle. It looks like a really good year at quarterback in 2025. I think it's at this point much stronger than the 2024 cycle nationally. So to go in and get the top quarterback in the state, one of the top quarterbacks in the country, is a huge get for Josh Heupel.